Giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that told me this truth. Shalom to the elect. The scattered through the four corners of the earth. My name is Kwadash Payah. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse number 2. Though they dig into hell, which is referring to as the grave underground, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So that's the space station. That's their intentions of trying to flee from the Lord's wrath. Right, going underground with the bunkers, fleeing into space, or going to like their stations, whatever, the case may be. Whether they flee to the rocks, the mountains, there's no way you can run. Alright, and it's primarily speaking about you Edomites, these elites, these banking families that's trying to run from their judgment with these so-called luxury doomsday bunkers for the ultra rich, they say, right? So you can't flee from the angels. See, verse 3. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, right, mountain, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, you got underground cities and whatnot, as they speak about. It says, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And remember, the Lord got the angels, the Lord got Leviathan. Where you think they get Godzilla from? You know what I mean? It says, and though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set my eyes upon them for evil and not for good. So let's play this video.
No one knows exactly what the future has in store. But one startup company says avoiding threats from any potential natural disasters, viruses, and wars doesn't have to come at the expense of your comfort. This is an Oppidum, a type of luxury doomsday bunker that could soon be underneath the mansions of some of the world's richest people.
Oppidum creates underground living spaces that are highly secure and completely discreet, yet beautifully appointed and entirely bespoke.
Oppidum is the Latin term for fortified settlement, and that's exactly what this is and much more. Company officials say each bunker is air and gas tight, allowing those inside to be completely cut off from the atmosphere outside for up to a month. The shelters are also armed with the technology to make their own water, air, and energy, while coming with the chicest amenities.
Whatever is happening in the world outside, you can rest easy and live fully in times of tranquility and in times of unrest.
But these bunkers aren't just meant to keep people safe.
We want Oppidum to bring added value for everyday peacetime use of the property. And then there goes the secure storage, private art gallery that enables the owner to safely store their art, similar like in a bank and vault, with the difference that they can enjoy it every day while at their residence.
Wondering if an Oppidum is in reach for you? Well, officials say if you have a net worth of more than $100 million and can shell out at least $10 million for a bunker, it could be yours. Jackie Ibanez, Fox News. All right.
This is the book of James, chapter 5, verse number 1. Go now, Salakia, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupt, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Right, so with these luxury bunkers or whatever, with them, these elites trying to flee from America via Babylon the Great with their gold, their silver, fucking seeds. I know they got like a plethora of seeds because they plan on whatever, right? All of that is their delusion, right? Salakia. So the elect, the governing body, the house of David, the men that the Lord is raising up now to govern the earth, when Yahushua comes back to visit the earth, to bring back what? The kingdom of heaven, which shall be done on earth. There's not going to be no other wicked rulers and men, That's why the Yahushua is referred to as the King of Kings. He's going to rule and his men is going to rule under the name of Yahweh. Alright? Through Yahushua Ba'ashem Ruach. And when it says, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you and shall eat your flesh as it will fire, because this place is going to burn up. Babylon the Great, also known as Mystery Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, and also the virgin, the whore that sitteth on the beast, right? There's no more a mystery. This place is going to be a deserted land. And they know that, which is why they're trying to flee and create their own little refuge. But it's all going to be for naught, right? As the scriptures say in the book of Acts chapter 5, verse 38, right? So this is James 5 and 4. Behold, that the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. And these people are nothing but a bunch of frauds, right? Crieth, and the cities of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts. As in the day of slaughter ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you, right? So we're in the midst of our enemies right now in this place, captivity. And these people are just a bunch of narcissistic demons, the Edomites, these elites, primarily, right? Let's get real quick in the book of and they know what's coming, and this is why they're trying to hide themselves. As we get closer to 2024, matters are only gonna get worse. Prophecies are only gonna intensify. Whether you believe it like it or not, that's just what it is, man. The end is speaking, right? And these rulers that's been ruling for so long, they're trying to hide themselves because they know they're about to go into slavery. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Okay? This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. And verse number 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and established a city by iniquity. Right? So because you have pursued with blood, blood shall pursue you. I believe, roughly paraphrasing, it tells you that in the book of Numbers, right? Around about the 33rd chapter, if I'm not mistaken. And this is how they've established their riches and their wealth and their luxury homes and things of that nature, through blood. And you're seeing that. The world is starting to see that. With them starting these fires and weather modifications, right? Right? So everything that they've been doing in the dark is being brought to light. And they're going to be judged for that, man. You know? These all the riches and whatnot. Because it's going to be all hell that's about to break loose. Civil unrest, you know? That's why scriptures say, woe to the bloody city. Full of lies. And is why, we must filter everything through the scriptures. Because the majority of people are being deceived through the media, through the news outlets. Right? This is why you got to go into the scriptures and alternative news stations. You even got certain social media platforms like TikTok where people, actual eyewitnesses to things that are going on that's not being spoken of on mainstream media. Because what? It's going to be brought out. Everybody got a smartphone. And so these prophecies is happening on a global scale, which is why we're hearing about all these events all throughout, overseas and in America, wherever. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse. Let's start at verse 14. Let's start at verse 12. And I beheld, when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And that great earthquake is talking about when them bombs and the missiles hit over here. It's going to be a dark day. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So with all that smoke, right, it's going to cover the skies. It's going to be real gloomy. It says, and became black as sackcloth, mourning. Right, verse 13, and the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. Yeah, we know what that's talking about. And the heaven departed as a scroll. So this was John, where he given the vision rather, of these bombs going off. It looked like a scroll, mushroom cloud, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, right? Because scriptures speak about the earth rocking to and fro as a drunkard. It's going to be so much missiles and bombs and lasers and, to where it's going to shake the earth. Verse 15, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. They're going to try to flee, right? As we're reading. And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai when he comes back with the holy angels to bring judgment, vengeance, and to redeem his elect. It says, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Who's going to be able to stand the great day of the Lord? Right? So, only the elect. Only the elect. Right? Starting with the men and the children and the women and children. And helpers and whoever the Lord will have mercy on. As far as that number. You see, so, there's no running from the judgment of the Lord, of all hell breaking loose. So I would tell people, store up your treasures in heaven. Seek ye first the kingdom, and all these shall be added unto you. Because all this is temporary. this place, this society, the fashions of this world shall pass away, as the scriptures say. I believe that's in the book of Job. Nevertheless, the point stands that, all these corrupt riches and materials and this pride of this place, it's about to be wiped off the face of the earth. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call upon him while he's near. Right? And so with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. Until next time, shalom.